Sheldon Camp is out there. Take it everything's all good on that front for him to play tomorrow?
Yeah, it seems that way. It was a good day for him, so we'll just see how he is tomorrow when he wakes up and comes to the rink. Uh, Call it a game time decision, I guess, but very positive day for him.
Kasha, what's his status?
Similar in that we'll have to see him how he is tomorrow. Um, Maintenance day, I guess we'd call it for today, but we'll see how he is in the morning.
And I guess load management for Jack?
Yeah, that's it. He's not going to play tomorrow. Joe Wall's going to start tomorrow, so it was a perfect day for us to give him the day here. He's still going to get 2 good work days in preparation for Anaheim.
Austin didn't like the penalty call, but is it a positive sign that he's throwing his body around like that?
I think he's been doing that. I mean, I've got no issues. That's something I'm too concerned about with Austin. He's physically engaged. There's times for him to finish a check. He's going to do it. Sometimes you don't want him to. Sometimes you want him to keep his feet moving and get back into play. So, yeah, I didn't like the call yesterday. He takes a lot of those kind of hits. The guys key on him, but it's his physical engagement. I think in the last couple of seasons has really gone up a notch for sure. So there's going to be times where those kind of things happen.
When you're having to rotate defensemen like we have been, what's the challenge of kind of keeping those guys engaged and feeling good, and especially if they haven't done anything necessarily correct?
Yeah, it's communication's a big part of it. Just letting them know this is the situation. Whether you're the guy that's in or the guy that's out, try to make them understand that there's been times where we've kept the lineup the same and we've kept guys in that maybe had reasons to come out and didn't. And we gave them more opportunity to play, and as a result, others had to sit. Justin Hall, we thought was going to sit maybe 1 game and ended up sitting 5. Generally, we've tried to keep the lineup flowing here, and it's a daily discussion. We've just felt that, we wanted to keep it the same here for the last little bit, and we will again tomorrow on defense. But, for Dermott in this case, he's going through it. He's got to find his way to stay sharp and stay ready and step in and take advantage of his opportunity. Lilligren's had a bunch of games at the start of the season and has done a good job since, and he's come out of the lineup and gone back in and done well. So it's just a matter of communicating, making sure the guys know what the situation is, and I think we've done that. We believe having 7 defensemen that can play is a strength for us as a team at this point, but it's certainly something we have to manage.
Are you trying to avoid keeping them out for a longer period if you can avoid it?
Yeah, we are. Just like I just said with Hall, I mean, the intention was not for it to go that way, but we're also not trying to be, it's not going to be automatic, or it's like, there is going to be an actual rotation where one's going to come out every single game. We're just going to kind of react to what we think is right for the team, what's right for the players at that particular time. Sometimes we want to make a change to mix it up, and sometimes maybe even if it's a bad night, like we had against Pittsburgh, we kept the lineup the same, came back, and I wanted that same group to go back out and get a chance to show they could be better and are better. So it's a daily discussion that we're going through, and right now we've got there's Hall, Dermott, and Lilligren, and even Sandin, and a little bit there, involved in that mix of guys that may have to come out from time to time. Sometimes just managing their minutes and their rest and all that too, as we've discussed specifically with Sandin and Lilligren, 2 younger guys that haven't played a lot of hockey at this level, and even last season didn't play much hockey. Both guys have already played as much or more than they played last season. And they've had a history of some injuries, so we got to be smart with all that too.
When you've got a goalie playing as well as Jack, I mean, how do you sort of weigh like obviously the excellent play versus the workload, and how much is too much?
Yeah, it's a challenge. I don't know that there's any real threshold there that you say is too much or the right amount, but it's knowing that you do have to give them time. I think that's just the fair thing to do and the smart thing to do, knowing how long the season is. Jack's in a really good place here in terms of how he's managing his body and how the medical team's working with him to manage his body. And we went through a lot of different things with him last season, but I think that really helped Jack get to know his body better and how he needs to take care of it, and also the medical team, they're in a groove there. You know, sometimes things are going to happen, and you can't prevent everything. You know, sometimes there's going to be bad luck or whatever, but you do what you can daily to control your process and how you prepare, and he's done a terrific job of that. Yet, you know, we've here of late really just given him the back-to-backs off, but we felt, you know, it's important to find him opportunities to take a day like today. You know, it's not so much even missing the game tomorrow, but it's take a day like today, you know, an additional day off the rest of the team doesn't, but what can that, you know, do for his body and his mind and all of that? And we think it's equally as important to find these type of days.
How does your day-to-day approach differ or alter when you're on a long road trip like this in a place like California and just the winds are coming and the guys just kind of seem light and loose and everything on the surface is going well?
I mean, we've really just tried to stay in our routine and stay very businesslike. We've tried to be very purposeful on this trip in particular to stay in a rhythm and a routine. You know, we looked at it, you know, whether it was going to be today or whether it would be Saturday prior to Anaheim and scheduling a day off there. But, you know, we just felt that on a trip such as this, you know, where the weather's nice and there are some distractions and things, just keep the guys busy and keep working, coming in today, you know, 30 minutes of work on the ice, but we had a really good meeting as a team beforehand, and guys come in, they get a little bit of a workout, and they spend time with the trainers and massage, stretching, all the things that they do to just stay focused. Then you get to leave here and you get a chance to enjoy some sun and have a Thanksgiving meal tonight and be ready to go tomorrow.
You guys doing a team thing for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we've got a set up there at the hotel, yeah.
With Kasha, is it something that happened maybe in the last game, or is it the accumulation of the way he plays, blocking shots and all that stuff that warranted?
Yeah, I think it's just accumulation. He's been through a lot, as we've talked about through this season, how he plays. So, you know, we'll give you know, a good day today for things to settle for him and take it from here.
What do you think it means to Nick that the guys are kind of rallying to him? You mentioned that they were looking to get him one last night. Everyone was singing his praises for that screen as well. What do you think that does for him when he's going through this route? Well,
I think it just shows that his teammates care about him and they appreciate, you know, who he is and what he does to our team, that he brings value to us. You know, a guy's, you know, going through it, guy that's used to scoring, and, you know, last season he's, you know, on a career high pace for himself, and coming into this group here, and, you know, he wants to make a mark, and that's a big part of what he's been in his career. You know, and you can just imagine what he might be going through mentally, you know, and I think he's handled it really well. But yeah, the support of his teammates, I think, goes a long way, and then, you know, he needs to get support from the coaching staff as well to help keep him focused on other things. Because I do think he's done good things. You know, when puck's getting on his stick on the breakout, he's making the plays, getting us moving up the ice. He's, you know, you mentioned the screen yesterday, like the little things. You know, he makes the touch on the forecheck on the Kasha goal in Long Island, and little things like that are contributing to help us win games, and that's what's been nice here. We have been winning a lot of games, so I think that helps, you know, some of the pressure be reduced from Nick. You know, that our team doesn't necessarily need him to score. We'd like him to score. He's capable of it, and I believe strongly that once he does score, I think it's going to open up for him. I think he's a guy who's got capability to score big goals for us at big times, and I think that's going to come. So, you know, we got to continue to support him through this.